You're coming straight in the boat, mate, before you chew me off. No. Rightio, mad about Livescope part 2. I hear a story today of a guy who caught 31 cod over the metre, scoped him up, 31 cod over the metre in one weekend. To me, that is just mind-blowing stuff. You know, here I am, the best day I've had, I've caught 4 cod. The biggest one was 91. And for the day, I seen 4 cod. That's just the difference of where I'm fishing. You know, hearing stories of guys getting 31 over a metre in the weekend. They did say where they caught them. I'm not going to give up that location. I'm not going to give up any locations apart from what someone can sniff out on this video. But yeah, that's the difference. So day or night, I'm seeing few fish. Sometimes they're, like I said in the last video, 4, 5 k's apart. The videos I'm letting out, I've been back several times and cannot find a fish there anymore. They've moved off the snags. They've moved somewhere, I don't know. Like, the river is pretty much dirty now. They've let a big old flush down one of the streams. The river is, you know, there's probably 10 centimetres of clarity compared to the metre of clarity I had. But I'm not sure whether that's triggered the fish to go, oh, it's time to get ready for spawning, and they've swam upstream. I'm not seeing them on the bottom like I was cruising along the bottom. Like, that was in April, that was phenomenal. They were just not lots of fish, but every now and then you'd see one definite cod. There's one, 5 minutes later, there's another one. That's probably the most fish I've seen actually, is the ones cruising along the bottom, going somewhere. Well, they're all heading downstream. Now I'm not seeing that, so whether they've got to their location and they're tucked in, or whether, you know, this rise has triggered them to turn around and go back to where they've come from, I don't know. But, you know, seeing 4 or 5 fish a day, my last trip I seen exactly 1 cod, and he was not in any mood to, drew him out on the surface lure. He was not in any mood to look at any other lure. Throwing something like this, these Aussie crawlers, over everything, and they're drawing fish out, and then, you know, I'm throwing, this seems to be the most successful thing, this cod jig at them after that. I'll wind it up. This fish here, will feature in the video, 118 centimetre. Crazy take, middle of the day. I doubt that he's ever seen a lure ever before. Oh, Jesus. Where did you come from? Oh. You swallowed that whole. Oh, Jesus. You're coming straight in the boat, mate, before you chew me off. No. Straight in the boat before you chew me off. Just seen this big glow on a random stump. He'd be another. Be kicking around the 110, this one. Just seen a glow. Like a heartbeat. And from what I've seen today, all these fish would take a trawled lure. They're all down, even though the barometer's rising. That's the only reason I'm here today, because the barometer's supposed to go from 1,014 to 1,025 by the end of the day. And if that don't trigger them, nothing will. But they're all on the bottom. That's the good thing about this. Not that people like it, but within an hour you can tell whether they're out swimming around, whether they're in the snags and you should be bait fishing, or if they're cruising along the bottom. This particular one was just sitting on the snag. It wasn't until I cast, I just seen a glow when I cast. He come straight up to that lure, missed it, went straight back to his snag, and I was lucky enough to get him. This looks like a good spot. Oh, glove, other glove, lip grips, knife, although you won't need to be knifed out of the net, long pliers because he'll probably have to come out of his gob. Rightio, restart this. Rightio, you've got to come in and you're a hefty fish. You're a big boy. Oh. Come get the two. You're a big boy. You recording? Oh. Ow. He's a big boy. Big boy. I want to measure him roughly. Jesus. 118. You're going to go back in this side. These photos are good, mate. You're going free. Oh no, just missed it. He swam away good anyway. He was a really good boy, or girl I reckon. Really good girl in the net. On my venom target, I'm in a bad spot here, you can't really see what's going on, but on my venom target rod, and pretty much the only lure that's ever been tied on it. Can't believe it. Unbelievable. Very disappointing. I used to like your videos of you catching them on surface blind casting away, knowing the effort it takes. I see people cruising around doing F-all, especially on the rivers where you have lots of structure to cast at. Very disappointing to see this change in the cod scene. The only thing, all the snags to cast at here, and most of them don't have fish on them. Within an hour of home, we've had 4 doses of blackwater. The last one was probably the worst because it wiped out half the Gunny Creek and everything. So, got plenty of snags to cast at. You can cast at them all day. There's no fish on them. The blackwater is the problem. If I had went out blind casting where I live, I would go months without catching a fish. You just can't do that. Like, you can go, the Serenity, I'll go fishing to catch fish, and that's all there is to it. I don't mind having a donut day. Even with scope where I am, I'm having donut days. I've had, 3 or 4 in the last month where I've gone out and have not seen a fish all day. I've cast into the snags, nothing's moved off of them. They're just not there. Another one here, you may as well strap on a VR headset and go chase virtual fish in the metaverse. Livescope sucks. You know, when I hear of 30 caught over a metre for the weekend, I'm thinking that's a little bit too much. To me, that sounds like that's too much. And I can see why people would get angry about that, but fair income. If I caught two over the metre for the afternoon or a morning session, I go, right, that'll do me. I'll go and edit me photos and make a little video and be totally content. Like and subscribe if you want to, only if you want to. Ring the bell if you want to see more content, and please leave a comment if you want to. Good or bad, some comments are entertaining, some comments are downright stupid, and most comments are good value. Until next time, cheers.